from training.tv. I hope you all are having a lovely day. Welcome back from our break. Hello, Nick. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Hello.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. Hi, everybody. Hope you all are having a good one. When the video is going to work, it is going to work. Excellent. Hi. Um, Today we're doing finding data with natural language. We're going to be doing a mini series with Nick. So this one has been popular. People have been wanting us to cover this. This is one of those. It's a new script step I think added as of FileMaker 22 in this July. So 2025 July. Wait, is it 20? I'm getting my user numbers wrong a bit, but the most recent version of FileMaker added the script step. Nick is covering it over the next day, 3 days in depth. Um, uh, which is pretty awesome. If you would like to support the channel, feel free to pick up one of our annual subscription bundles. If you have bought that already, thank you. If you're like, what is this? This is basically 100+ hours of really detailed animated video content. So if you would like that sort of thing, feel free. You cover like a huge variety of topics. I know that people come into my chat and go like, hey, the live stream format doesn't really work for me, but the video content does. Our videos are at max like 30 minutes, but most of them are 10 minutes. The overwhelming majority are 10 minutes, and they are very precise. If you'd like to hire a senior engineer, feel free to give us a ring. I know people watch the stream and they also look at our video training, but sometimes you really only have stuff that can be done by senior engineers, or you could do it, but it's going to take you way too long to figure that out. Or you basically don't want to work on the project at all for whatever reason, feel free to give us an email at support@rcconsulting.com. A lot of our senior engineers are on the show. You've met a lot of them. Calvin, Jonathan Ray, Garrett has popped on before. Nick himself is one. So if you need work done, feel free to give us an email. With that being said, I think we're probably good. Nick, you want to share your screen for me?
Yes, I'm going to share my screen. Hold on. Thank you, and great to have you back here. And today we're going to talk about this new perform find by natural language. Okay, so why did I do this one last and the semantic first? You will see why. Is because now that you understood the semantic search, this one, now that you understood that, you will understood how this works, right? And how these rely on this. Okay, even though on the background, not on the foreground, you won't have to use this to use this. Okay, but FileMaker uses this to get this. Okay. So what is this perform find by natural language? Okay, it involves AI. Okay, so as everything that involves AI, we need to set this. Remember, configure AI, get the key, getting the account name of the AI, the model of the AI. So you need to set that at the beginning when you start the file, right? And that's it. You already have this. I'm not going to explain that again, okay? But pretty much here I have, so you need to configure AI with the account, blah, blah, blah. And then with this script here, I made that pretty much here, you get everything you need, here in their in variables, then you can call that anytime. The model and the account name, so you can call those things on every single script step you use that needs this. For example, on the semantic, we call, right, the account name, the AI account name, this is it. Now, with the perform find by natural language, I'm still calling the AI account name is this, is the account name that I declared at the beginning, the demo account, okay? So this is how far, and the model you're going to use, which is, right now, my model is ChatGPT 5.1, okay? Which is the latest, okay? So what's this perform, find by natural languages? Okay, it is actually a perform find. At the contrary of the perform semantic find, which is not a find, this is really a perform find. And actually, at the end of this webinar, right, the goal for me is to you not ever use this ever. Okay? So that, or when you will use this, you will feel like, okay, yeah, it's like connecting to the internet with using a dial-up modem. Okay? That's how you will feel, because this is how I feel. Okay? So when you use this, then this is going away from your life. Trust me. So here, I want to do how to, first, before we go, how to configure this script step. Okay, so let's put this script step, like this. Perform find natural language. Okay. So here, that's what we have. We have those here on the top, on the inline intake. Here we have this. So here you put, as I said, the account name, the variable of the account name, Then here you put the variable of the model, and here you put the prompt. The prompt is what you are going to put here, is what I'm going to put here, right? Is the text, the natural language that I'm going to put here, that I'm going to get here and then use here. And then here we have three options. Pretty much get a found set as JSON, or a find request as JSON. I'm going to explain those three. For now, we want a found set. Then we have additional thing here. We have parameters and we have prompts, templates. Okay, so this is for tomorrow or after tomorrow. I don't know how fast I'm going, but this is for later. So this is pretty much, you have an example here, account name, model, and the prompt, getting the found set. So let's start. I have 1,000 invoices with customers, right? Invoice number, status, what is for, a vehicle, the model, right? The city. I have some information here, right? And I said, okay, pretty much, let's go this. Show, no, let's do something simpler. Show me invoice for Toyota vehicle. Okay? Show me invoices for Toyota vehicle, right? This is what I want. Bon. Both. Those are Toyota's vehicles. Okay? Correct? They are all Toyota's vehicles. Now, I said, okay, show me unpaid invoices for Toyota vehicle, okay? And so I'm adding unpaid, right? So now I have something on top of it, which it didn't come. Show me unpaid invoice. Oh, why? Of course. But I put myself in a bad, okay. But why said why? Okay, so status unpaid, I don't know. It was working fine before. Yeah, I need to say, okay. Going to explain all of this, okay. But this is their natural language. So now you understand what happened. Okay. So how this works, because it's important to know how it works, because to avoid some problem like I just had. Okay. So it works with the fields that are in the layout. The field you want to search in must be in the layout. If they're not, you can't find in that field. This works exactly like my friend the quick find. They need to be in the layout. Okay? That is, if they're not, what's the name? The AI won't be able to get to get that field into the find process. Okay? So that's the first thing. Then you can use this new get fields on layouts, right? JSON format element. So this is get field on layout, gives you the layout on that layout, the field on that layout. So you can check, if you have the field you want. Maybe he's missing a field, right? And it tells you which type it is. Strings means text. Okay? So this is new get field on layout, also part of the AI section of this function, of the new function. Okay? So I'm say here, get layout, where is it? Get field, okay, this one, okay? So it's part of the AI because the AI is using this, okay? So very important. Okay. Then we have another problem. So I'm getting into the problem and then you will understand that later, okay? For example, if I say, okay, over 1,000 euros, okay? I want, show me invoice status unpaid for Toyota vehicle over 1,000 euros, okay? And here, it doesn't work. It didn't tell, because I have 260 euros here, right? And 700, so it's not over 1,000. It didn't work at all, okay? So why? Well, here why. The amount is a text field. So it needs to be a number field to get that works, okay? Otherwise, it will never work. So demonstration, both. Now, I have on top, I have only over 1,000, okay? I can even say, okay, I want over 2,000, for example, or over 3,000, okay? Let's say. So you can do this, okay? So now I have over 3,000, okay? So it needs to be like this, okay? 3,000. Okay. So it needs to be the right field type, okay? So now you understand how that works. FileMaker use a semantic search in order to produce a FileMaker find. Okay? So let me explain. Did I said that 1,000 euros is the amount I want FileMaker to search into the amounts. I didn't say that. It implicitly understood that over 1,000, an invoice over 1,000 euros implies that it's the amounts. Okay? And as you can see, right, for example, let's say I'm putting USD, right, like this. I said 1,000 euros, right? If I do it again, those USD will go away. Why do you keep doing this? Okay. The USD goes away. I said 1,000 euros. He understood that the euros means EUR, okay, in the currency. It understood this, right? He understood the greater than over 1,000 euros. But on the amount, I didn't say, right? So let's say now, let's go more. Let's go deeper, right? And I said, for example, in France, okay? So I'm going deeper, right? Correct? But I can say omit Nice city, for example, okay? I keep going, okay? So now those two will go away, right? 1,000 euros, okay, right? So I said, show me invoice that is unpaid. So now he added paid here. Hold on. I might have something working bad here. Why you keep doing this? Okay. He doesn't want, maybe because I can't show, right? Okay, we will see that, okay? But maybe omit Nice city, so show me invoice status unpaid for Toyota vehicle over 1,000 euros in France, omit and omit. So after that, it's the art of the prompt, right? So okay, so I don't know why it keep going status with status. I want to but there's a lot of things here. Let's be honest with you. But anyway, unpaid with status unpaid. I don't know. Okay. See, now it worked. It worked. So when you do so why this is good? Okay. So of course, I know why I have this issue, and that is for tomorrow. I want to make you a demo because you will say, "Oh yeah, Nick, your stuff sucks, doesn't work." Yeah. Or do you prefer, do you really prefer to build this on your own? That easier? And do this? Because as I was saying what I want with the natural language, actually, behind the scene, right? He did it. He did it. It builds a natural legacy. That's why I call that legacy. He builds it, a natural legacy finds, right? It builds it on the fly, and you can suck it by going there in the scripts, right? And add a perform find script step, right? And click specify. It comes, for example, in this one, I said 1,000, right? Okay. So let's change, and I said 2,000. Okay. Or let's say more than 4,000. So normally this one should go away, okay? Boom, goes away. So now if I go there and I say perform script, perform find, and I click here, well, now it said more than 4,000. So that's proof that as you type here, and if you perform afterwards, you can go in your script step and intercept, suck in the search, this build. That's a good way to debug that stuff, you know, because you can say, by the way, oh, why it doesn't work, you know? Well, you can see where maybe it was missing something, right? Because you need to understand, based on what you ask using a semantic text, verbose, like, you know, like prompts. You need to understand what you want, right? And then interpret that based on the, you know, based on the field you have. So how that works? First, right? FileMaker sends to ChatGPT, whatever AI you want to use, the schema with findable fields. They need to be searchable. Okay, the field here need to be searchable first. Then a FileMaker sent to the AI the schema, the description, the user prompts, and all the context. Okay, that will for tomorrow. And then the AI generate a FileMaker query, right? The AI generate this. That's a FileMaker query. Okay. And then FileMaker executes that query as a traditional find. That's why if I'm going there and I say modify last find, well, this is my last find. Okay. More than 4,000, France, Euro, Toyota. You understand?
I have some
So,
questions.
yes.
The first question is about if the fields are not in the viewable area, find it by natural language will work. It's like if you put like the fields in like the layout but off the layout. So when you're in layout mode, you got like that like spot next to the layout.
Oh, you want here on the explicit, outside of the explicit area
Body,
like this?
yes. Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't see why, you know, if you do this, you can check using that get field on layouts, right? If they are here, everything okay. I think I never explore that, but I think is if you put a when we say like, let's say I don't want to go find mode here. See, you know, let's see if this gets field on layout. See, I have much less. So there's no longer searchable. When we say searchable field is this, like if I do this, see, I have only 2 fields anymore because those, right, those are not searchable, right? You know what I mean? So if I put that back and I save, boom, now here I have much more fields. So you need to check if your fields, is part of the process. Use that get field on layout. Of course, I suggest, and I'm going to show you that tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. The best way is to have a dedicated layout with the field you want. Don't try to use a layout with all the fields, like 2 billion fields, because that will be extremely confusing. And that will be costly in terms of performance. And this will be and useless. You want to restrict the layouts, you want to restrict the number of fields you're going to send over there. And sometimes you say, okay, I'm using that layout because I don't have this field, this field, this field, and I want this field, this field, this field to be out of the game. Or you say, okay, yeah, but in that layout, I have all the fields, right? And maybe I have a field from another table, right? So you can have multiple layouts and you call the layout you want and you initiate this find from the layout. But that's another story for the tomorrow after tomorrow. But yes, and I'm not sure whether if I hide the field like this, right? Let's say this is hidden, it's I'm hiding the field. Not sure if this field will still be there. It is no. So it's just they're putting the file. Okay, putting the fields on the other side or hiding it doesn't matter. What matters is this option. Okay? Other questions?
Can you use merge fields for this like you did with quick find?
No. Right answer. No, you can't.
Yes.
It needs to be, it's not like a quick find. I understand. It's not like a quick find. Because the question is FileMaker able to do a search, to do a find on like this on a merge field? The answer is no. The perform find by natural language is no different than this find. Proof of it, it generates a find to do it. But the building of this, it does that by reading what you just said by natural language instead of doing this and instead of doing it manually. All of this, the omits and the find, it built this out of its understanding on my natural question. Right? Correct?
Yes.
So, do we have another question?
This seems like it's too complicated for customers to use this kind of search.
Huh? It's too complicated?
For customers to use this kind of search. Yes, is what someone said.
Oh, it's not for customers. This is for you. Okay, I think now we're going to let me okay. FileMaker. Okay, I know the genesis on this. I talked to some. I have a new friend inside. I have a new insider, right? And I know the genesis on this. And I think you will understand the benefit of this, right? So, first, I want to continue my demo, right? And then we go to the next level, okay? Yeah, I'm not saying that your customers, and I don't know what is complicated to say, show me invoices with state of input. Okay, so, it's like, it sounds like my cousin, yesterday I had a out of the world, like Twilight Zone discussion with her, saying that, she cannot, it's too complicated for her stopping using water bottle in plastic and using bottle in glass instead. It's too complicated for her. That for her life is she so it's the same thing. It's I couldn't understand that, but that's okay. If it's too complicated, not using a bottle. You know what I mean? So it's like this. But I understand but I think here I push a little bit far. All your search are that complex, all of them, or is this start to be a complicated search with a find and an omit combined with? Is that start to be an advanced search, or that your everyday, every search, regular search, right? No. So it took me some, I had some issues here because I needed to say, right? But you will see that it's not that complicated, right? But it's not for the user, it's for you. But I will show you that. So, other question? If we don't have, I can continue.
I think we're good for the moment.
Okay. So other thing.
Oh, wait, never mind. One snuck in.
Okay, go.
Could be a calculation, a summary field, question mark.
Can be anything. After that, long story short, everything that can be found there. Everything that perform find can be, everything that perform find can do, this can do. Right? So this cannot do a search. Search in summary fields, or I don't even know if we can do that, but it can be a calc, right? It can be anything that this can search on. So that's why we cannot do merge field, because merge field, this cannot search on merge field, right? So anything that this can search on, well, right? We okay. So do we have another question?
Nope. Now you're good.
Okay. So now, other thing, I said, let's say I'm going to remove a little bit of the show me invoice, in Greece over 1,000. Okay. The higher amounts on top. Okay. Of course. So this is what I want, right? The lowest amount on top. So now, other things, right? Let's say, show me invoice in Greece over 1,000 euros, the lowest on top, for the 1,000 euro for this year. If after that you said this is not powerful and this is useless and stuff like that, I understand, but that means you no, I don't believe you. I'm sorry, because our FileMaker is doing a lot of piece of junk, a lot of mistake. But when FileMaker do something great, right? Well, because I don't use perform find anymore. Now you can do it. You can still browse the internet with a dial-up modem if you want. I found two of them. If you want, I have a US robotics 9600 boards, right? I found yesterday, and I have a 14.k global village. I can ship to you, and you can browse the internet very well. Okay, very well, very well. And with Netscape, I found a box with Netscape 1.0, right? So you can go. Okay, but this, to me, it's a game changer in terms of finds. And I'm going to continue the demo. For this year, and it won't work. And I did on purpose. Why it didn't work? Because as a month needs to be a number, dates need to be a date. So I did that on purpose to show you that make sure that everything has, for example, currency, well, it needs to be an amount, a number, cannot be a text. Otherwise, many things won't work. And like this year, boom. I mean, I understand it's useless, it doesn't work, you don't like it, you will never use that in your entire life. I understand that, right? But you're wrong. So, and because, well, is that complicated? Well, I bet that this would have been much more complicated to build, because he understood this year, right? This year. And I don't care if it's 25. In 1 month, in less than 1 month, it will be 26. So that means next year, this prompt will still work. Whoa, wake up. You understand? I mean, yeah, it's you, but no. Sometime FileMaker has, like a proof of genius, right? Why? So what the genesis behind this? Because you can do like, natural language, no? Right? Natural language. So how this look like here? Since you love the perform find so much, I understand you don't want to get rid of it, right? So you understand? So from in January and February of this year, he understood, right? And automatically he put the 28th. Next year will be 29. So that means if you build a script right now, you build a script and you say, and you want January and February of this year, you have to go next year and change the year, because this won't work. It won't be from this year anymore. It will be from last year, right? Like this. Right? So that's why sometimes FileMaker do things that I don't give a damn, to be honest with you. But this, it's a huge game changing. So do we have Okay, so do we have a question here?
How do you add the numbering in the table view?
The number in the table view?
The automatic one, I assume? On
This
the,
one?
yeah, I'm assuming that's what he's talking about. Dave, is that what you're talking about?
No, this is part of the new FileMaker 25 here on the view properties. And you can show row number, alternate color, comfortable formatting, right? So here, the comfortable formatting it wraps automatically the field, the good height, right? So it's nice. These two, I like the row number, right? I like it. It helps a lot.
Huh. Okay, he says Windows doesn't have it.
I
Interesting.
don't know. I don't, Windows, for me, Windows is like 2 billion years backwards. So I don't, I'm sorry.
Uh,
I mean,
so someone asked, says find by natural language is building a find on the fly.
yes, he built this on the fly. But you don't have to. I mean, okay. Let's say I have a perform find. Okay, so and and I store this. I have that for the next day. But can you? Okay, let's say I have 450 different finds like this. I have 450 different finds that I want to make one script, and I want to have these finds customizable on the fly. I want one script that perform find. Can I do that? Can I have on the fly, like, can I have a calc here? Can I change this? Because now I said over €1,000, but now I want, under 2,000, under 1,000. So can I have, or maybe I don't have under 1,000, on the 3,000. So can I have, or I don't have any, or under 3,000 in January? Oh, in January and February. Okay, yeah, it's too much. Let's remove this. So let's remove this. Okay. Okay. So the search has changed completely. I mean, this here has changed completely. It's different. So can I get this changed? I don't have the omit anymore. I have the omit here. Can I get this customizable by calc? No. So if you have 450 different search, you need to have if search equal blah blah blah. You need to have a if and else if and else if and and you have one find. Okay. Then you have else if. Okay, and you have another one. Okay. And then boom, 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 boom. Well, okay, that's what you have. Now I don't need that anymore. Okay. I can have, not only I can have, or I can have a perform find, which is customizable. That means I have only one perform find for one script, and I can have, as I want, unlimited perform find schema. Okay. So, I mean, I understand if you decide that everything that FileMaker does since FileMaker 2.0, you don't want to use it. I understand, but I'm sorry, but this is super cool. It changed my life. Now I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But it changed my life completely. Okay, so because now this perform find, which was like complete, mess. And, since 1998, they didn't change anything in that freaking dialogue, from 1998. Whoa, imagine, they didn't change anything in that dialogue. So, question?
There's a difference on the models I use to find by natural language.
Yes and no. Also, like the semantic, we are not sending, we don't send anything as an API. It's not an API call. We send a JSON text to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT return another JSON text, which is small, tiny. Okay. So what's the name? It's very cool because not only, okay, so let's say I want, show me all invoice under 3,000 euro. Okay. Or over, let's say 1,000. Okay. But of course, if I change to dollars, okay, he understands as well. Try to do that. Try to do that with your perform find you love so much, right? In US dollar, I think. Yeah. So now that I have this, or let's put back on euros, because I have more record that one. All of this is a perform find. See, for example, I just did, it's a perform find. It's a perform find. It generates perform find, and see, this is it. This is it. More than 1,000 euro, okay? But he understood based on my data that when I say euros, my data needs EUR. He knows. Well, good luck. Okay, you know what? Do a perform find. I put euros here, right? And let's do it, right? Let's do it. So you see, like I said, that's okay, and I put euros here, right? Okay, let's do it. Boom. Huh. Okay. Why? Why? Well, you understand? So you want to continue to use this, right? Or you go modern, right? And you have this. It's up to you, Okay, so now I said, sorted by name, okay? Or sorted by dates, okay? Ascending. Why said post? Okay. Okay, so over 1,000 was sorted by date ascending. It didn't do it. Why? Hold on. Yeah, okay. 2010, 2025. Okay? Ascending. Now, I said this, or I can say the latest on top. Okay? That's the latest. So he understood, based on what I said, that I want the invoice date fields to sort in order that I want the latest on top. I mean, I understand you don't like it. I perfectly understand. You don't like this, it's useless, but you're wrong. If you think that, you're wrong. And that's only the beginning, you know? The cost on this is minimal. You know, it doesn't make any dent in your, and you don't need a paid or account. You don't use, you use AI just for the bare minimum of what AI can do, right? So cost and privacy slide. So this is what ChatGPT says about the, the cost and, because I was typing this for you. So the error handling, right? He does the full one, like since perform find by natural language is a perform find, a real regular legacy perform find. Everything that applies to perform find applies to this. So same last errors, same problems. So that means if the field you uncheck the find mode, you won't be able to find it, and stuff, etc., right? So now the cost is consider the parser layout with it's very so of course so you send something, right? But it's not like it's very small. Of course, avoid sending in don't find, oh, I want all my credit card numbers starting with 44 with 33. You don't do that, right? Don't do that, or oh yeah, search my social security number. We're starting with 7, and no, you don't do this. Okay, so now you understood something, that this perform find by natural language combines two things. Combine a perform find, right? Correct? Show me all invoices over 1,000 euros sorted by date, the latest on top, right? And the latest on top invoice dates descending. Ha! Did you know that? So pretty much perform find by natural language, that we call that a find BNL. Okay, this is the new terminology. Well, is a combination of both things. Okay, and you will see that you can ask many things also. Pretty much, you can dictate everything that's possible here and everything that's possible here, right? And more that I'm going to show you. But I was surprised that you guys said this is useless BS junk, because it's not. I mean, they're, extremely powerful. Now, it didn't work because you changed the currency field to number. Yeah, Ed, it did work because I made the field a number. It's very important, it's very important for the understanding of the AI that you send, because as you can see here, look this. If I go there, and I use this, now type number, okay? Type number. why I don't have my date here? Description, invoice date is a string. It says string for invoice date. Should say date. Anyway, but you understand it's very important to get the right, I don't know why I said strings here in invoice date. But it's very important. So this is the currency's number and the amount is the number. So it sends to that goes to the AI. This is sent to the AI when you ask the query. So this is what you ask, right? From this layout, you send these fields, right? And you ask this. So it's important. That's why I did this demo. It is important, you know. So, and you can say overdue, maybe we can change this, do some, no. See here, I have no idea why you say, show me overdue invoices, you know. Why is the status it doesn't came? It should have understand that. I will investigate this, you know, because it doesn't, you know. So maybe I need to, because let's see why he didn't find the overdue one. See, he didn't because he didn't understand the overdue. It's not part of my find request. Now, also, before we continue, this is a good example. So the overdue, show me overdue. It doesn't understand. So over there, ChatGPT didn't understand that. So how I know, right, if what I did is good or not? Okay. So we have two debug mode before we go. Okay. First debug mode. Here we can ask three things to get the font set as a JSON, or the find request as a JSON. Let's say I want the find request as a JSON. So I get my font set, and then I do it again, but I want to get the find request in that variable. Let's do that. Right? So now he said nothing. My overdue. Okay. So let's check my variable requests. Let's format it. This is what ChatGPT received from FileMaker. Okay. So there's no overdue, no statuses. Okay. No status. Okay. So now something that give me the opportunity. So that's the way you can say, okay, what's going on here? Why I don't, you know, you go there in the request and you can say, hey, okay, what in my query, right? Well, it didn't came, it didn't, I'm not receiving from ChatGPT like he understood their status, right? So now, because this is status, okay? So something I want to show you before we go. I go there and we have a comment here, okay? For example, I'm adding a comment in my field. Okay? And now I do it again. Because, yes, the comments of the field goes over there. Any comment you have here goes. It is sent over there. So let's see, and it will read the comment of the field, right? So let's see, before we go, I just want to make sure, I want to see if the here, did he read the comment here? No, didn't. But I don't have the status here. CD. Oh, that's why. See, where's my status? Since the beginning, I'm doing I'm generating a prime because my status, but I don't understand. It's there, but if I go there, I don't. Do you see the status here? It's not. Oh, that's weird. Amount, currency, customer, invoice date, invoice number, but it's there. That's weird. That's why it doesn't work because it's not getting the status. I have the vehicle model, vehicle. Oh, here it is. Okay, here it is. That's very weird. So when I go layout mode, okay, so let's do something, right? Delete this. It doesn't want the status. That weird. Because that's why, So if let's say I'm going to keep this here. It's impossible to find them because the status field doesn't go over there. See? And so here we have a problem. I have no idea because it is on find mode, is there. That is super, super weird. Okay. So this is a good way to debug, but still it doesn't work. See? It doesn't, that's why it doesn't work. It does, I have no idea why. It's a text field, it's indexed. There it is. Let's change the name. Right? That's super weird. See, it doesn't work. Wow. Okay, so hold on a second. Do we have a maximum number of fields that we can send over there? Well, okay, let's ask my friend. Is there let's see. Let's find out. Okay, let's find out because it's very weird. So let me remove invoice number, for example, and see if removing invoice number that gets the appearance of the status. Boom. So there is a limit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because now, if I'm pretty sure, if I put back the invoice number, it won't show up. See? So I need to investigate this. Okay, so never mind. Invoice number I don't need. So but we have the explanation. So now it works. Boom, overdue. See? So that's why my stuff that I had here, I had some issues because it wasn't sending. So it's good because now you saw how I debugged this problem. I use two things to debug. First, I generate the requests to see if my request now is said invoice status overdue. It wasn't saying that before. Got it? Right? So that's the first step. Then I went to I looked with this get object layout stuff, and that wasn't coming. And to be honest with you, I didn't know about the limit of the fields. Okay, which makes sense in one way, but sometimes you could mix fields together, so that's something I can show tomorrow, but I need to investigate that more. But but other thing are the context, what's the name? The comments. This is good also, because sometimes you want to send some explanation. I have here. I have what's the name? ChatGPT told me about this. Okay, I need to talk about the temperature. But anyway, so this year, the overdue over €1,000 sorted by this, or for example, let's remove this, right? And the last 3 months, right? So what's the advantage of this? So he generated this perform find, right? Right? The last 3 months. But what about, I'm asking the same, let's say I'm building this because you love perform find so much you cannot get rid of it, right? So you have your and next month, and you want the last, so, and your button say, not because I need to go to the absurd to make you understand, I think, find invoice last 3 months. Okay. So this is the button. You have a button on your layout, right? and it does this, and you love your perform find, you have your perform find, so everything okay. Well, you see, it's the same thing. Oh, you don't have the sort. Okay, so you need to build a sort because you love the old school, right? So like the dial-up modem, okay, so you go there and you set this and this and this. Okay, fine. So you have this, okay? So you're very happy of yourself. Nick Hunter doesn't know squat about what he's saying. FileMaker sucks. This perform find by natural language sucks. I'm very happy with this. Okay? Okay. What happened next month? I'm asking. What happened? What will happen next month?
What will happen next month, everybody?
Knowing that he searched like from this to this, the last 3 months. The last 3 months. Next month, this won't be the last 3 months. The last 3 months will be November. There will be October, right? November and December. It would be like November, December, and January of 2026. So this one won't work. So if you want this button to be still accurate, you need to go to the script and change it. And you need to change it, or you need to have a variable, okay? A variable that make this. So I'm showing you because I want you to show you the absurd, okay? So you have this and you say, okay, range, you have a range. Okay, so you have a range. So how you do this the last 3 months? What the calc for this? To calculate this, to make the perform find to work. Because to make the perform find to work, you need to put that, so the first day, right, and ... Okay, so how you do that? What the calc here? I want to calc. This is if you use my technique, this is a 6-7 lines calculation with let statements. Okay, this is if you are as good as I am in calculation. If you're not that good, that will be like maybe a half a day work just to get this to work. Right? If you're honest. Right?
Today menu's 90 days.
Yeah. But anyway. Yeah, but you're right, but you have the ... Okay, so look, if you love the perform find so much, I have no problem with this. No problem. I'm doing I keep going with the demonstration on this perform find by natural language because you want to go to the old school. I mean, you can go, right? I don't understand you guys in that one. Okay, so David Angel, we have some question here. I have to add LLM. I don't know what that means. Statue has to find checked. Yes, it has a find checked. Could change the name to see. I changed the name. I changed the comment. I delete the status. I don't want to delete the field and recreate it. I did it from the field. I did all of this. The less expensive model to use, I have no idea what that means. Which are less expensive? Like ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini? That's what you mean? Next month, 2026, the 2-day menu. Okay, so David, perform find by natural language is not for you. And and the latest on top, and let's do something. Since you love it, your stuff. Show me overdue invoices, right? And when it's France, when in France, omit Paris. Maybe I don't have the last framework, so remove it. Okay. Okay. Show me overdue invoice. Uh, uh, show me all when only if the country is France, omit Paris. Oh, I did a demo. Show me all. Okay, show me all invoice. Let me see because. Okay, so but show me all. So show me all invoice of all countries. Ah, I did a demo. I forgot the. Uh, um, okay, show me all in. Okay, show me all invoices. Um, sorted by date on the top. Omits. Okay, and when the country, I think this was the demo. When the country and omits like Volkswagen when the country is France. Okay. So I have Volkswagen here because it's Belgium, but here France, I omit Volkswagen. So let's say, for example, I said when it's okay, so I said I want all the country, but when it's France, I don't want the Volkswagen, and I don't, omit Volkswagen or and I don't know, Mercedes when country is France. So this one will go away. Boom. No, okay. So and omit Volkswagen and Mercedes when the country is France. So I say, okay. But anyway, need to talk about this. It doesn't understand. And omit Volkswagen. Okay, sorry. Because sometimes it cannot do it. Yeah. So I understand what happened. I was going beyond the perform find capabilities because perform find cannot do this. The and Mercedes and cannot do that. The perform find. So I was going against the perform find. But anyway, I don't know. To me, it's cool. I mean, maybe other people online they will find that cool, but because so you have this, this, this. I mean, I love it. I like it. It's so tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if this. It doesn't matter because it's not an API call. So let's ask ChatGPT about this. Um, yeah, I put myself in a thinking standard, which is good, and it's a good compromise between the standard, I mean, between the normal, the instance, and the pro. So I'm using those two most of the time, and I have a better, thinking. Okay. So you have a description of the field, your prompt. Yeah, that will be, that I will show you that tomorrow. This is powerful, by the way. Um, okay, some hidden system instruction, route ID AI search layouts. So call that roughly 500, 2,000 input token per search, realistic setup. Right, so see here you have the, pretty much everything. So you have for one, well, it doesn't cost anything. Okay, each search input token. So I let you, okay. So if you dedicated a search layout with fewer fields, avoid calling the step in tight loop triggers, right? And which, yeah, you don't do that anyway. So the cost is ridiculous. I mean, no, if you want everything free, at one point it will cost you something, but okay. So question, yeah, we'll do the same results. I say okay. I think so, but let's control our changing. Will I get a better results using one specific model? And do it. Okay. So you have here what better result mean in context, better unusual mean, choose the right field on the left. Okay, respect your control rules, it's consistent. Okay. Feel pretty good at mapping, quite more fragile. So I can ask ChatGPT, okay, um, generate a PDF and then we can share it. Oops. Mm. No, it's very cool. I mean, so nobody will use that. I mean, it's interesting to know if none of you will use that because so tomorrow I'm going to show you that you can have a bank, like like here, you will have plenty of requests, right? Plenty of prompts, and you can call the prompts on the fly, right? and get your search. Right? So you can have like millions of search with one script. I mean, to me, that changed my life, but it's personal. Yeah, I'm much, yeah.
Yeah.
But we
It's
talk,
always the monetary part is always the part where
yeah,
people
but
get.
we're talking about a couple of bucks, though. We're not talking about thousands of dollars. We're talking about tens, right? So before you go over the top of what you need here, you need to go like, uh, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of search a day. So we're here. So I'm going to send it to you, and then you have all the explanation here. So you get thousands of calls for $1, right? So this is the cost. I mean, so I don't know. You get fewer calls for $1 better reasoning. You get fewer calls. Here, so ballpark per call. Uh, yeah, I mean, like I said, we talk about $5. I mean, I don't know your budget here, but it's so freaking convenience. Uh, I don't I perform fine like that. I don't do that because actually it changed a lot of things for my work. Um, to do something like this before I will have used a relationship to do that. Okay. Not using perform fine because but now with this is so easy and you have your library of prompts and you call it, one script can do anything. You have one perform fine script can do anything, can search anything. Just because you changed, you know, this and you initiate from one specific layout, right? So yeah, it's very, very powerful. I mean, this is by far, this is a semantic on all the AI stuff that FileMaker did, the last release, this is the most powerful. And I see where they go, and I like it because this is exactly where they should go. Implement more AI, right? In order um, to unleash the power, you know, and we go back to the easy to use that we love in FileMaker, right? Tweaking like a sentence like this, and boom, you get your stuff, right? And but definitely, I want to go, or I want to know if let's see this perform find natural language. I want to see if they have a limitation. Uh, notes. Okay, for one screen. See the find comments. Yeah, okay, that tomorrow. Yeah, you can ask. I'm going to talk about that as well because you know, right? So I ask all the invoice of more than 1,000 euros in France, but in French, right? And he understood. So for the multi-language stuff, that could be cool. I don't see any, restrictions. This is the most important thing you need to know that tomorrow. Still looking for the script step perform an action based on the get option. The script step receive generate file. I don't see get fill or layout function here. Okay, so I will investigate for tomorrow this. Okay, so tomorrow we continue on this and yeah, it's cool. You will see. Don't worry. This is the beginning.
Almost
This is the
done.
first day, right?
Yes, it is. All right.
Yeah,
Thank you.
tomorrow we'll do more stuff.
Yes, we got 2 days. 2 more days.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you,
Thank
Nick.
you.
Have a
Bye-bye.
good one. Bye.